Hello, welcome back. It's the Pitch Doctor again. Congratulations! You have now viewed one or both of the primer videos about pitching research and reverse pitching. As a result, you now understand the broad pitching research framework and you recognise the key elements of the methodical pitch template tool. It all seems so simple, but you still feel like you are not quite ready to take the plunge to actually use it for real. Such feelings of anxiety are only natural. But it's frustrating. You do want to learn about how to pitch your own research, but you just don't know how to start. If only there was an intermediate stage where you could practice deconstructing a paper in a low-stress learning environment. So what's my advice? As a stepping stone, why not team up on a pitching task in a friendly setting that allows you to learn from your peers and have fun at the same time? That's precisely the goal of this video, to give you a simple primer on getting the most out of a pitch sparring exercise. Some pitch sparring instructions, the rules of engagement. So I hear you ask, what is pitch sparring? Quite simply, it's a verbal and written interplay between two or more parties framed on the pitching tool, as applied to an agreed or assigned piece of existing research. In other words, pitch sparring is a sequential application of reverse engineering a pitch with a partner. The first stage of the pitch sparring exercise asks you to read the designated research paper and to have a go at highlighting information that you think might be important for a reverse engineered pitch. In this way, the pitch framework guides your annotation strategy. For example, you could simply place the letter H in the margin next to where you believe the novelty of the research is identified. Here the letter H is a form of shorthand for item H, what's new, from the pitch template. This initial reading and annotation strategy provides an opportunity for you to form your own ideas about the sort of information that might be important or relevant for each section of the template. A challenging but reasonable time limit should be set for this initial stage, for example 2 to 3 hours. You will then bring your individual annotation to a group-based or pair discussion where you will be required to draw on your notes from the reading. Then, you will work sequentially through each section of the pitch template in an agreed preferred order. Note that item A is already done for you. You have the paper's title. Let's say that you start with item B, research question. Both SPAR partners work independently to come up with their view of the paper's key question. A challenging but reasonable time limit should be set for this task, for example 10 minutes. The sparring cycle involves 3 basic steps. Step 1. Independent completion of a given template item. Step 2. Discussion between the sparring partners. Step 3. Consensus formation that constructively blends the 2 or more views which might be further finessed by the very act of discussion. Again, a challenging but reasonable time limit should be set for this process, for example 10 minutes. And then the SPAR cycle is repeated for the next item, all the time building on the evolving consensus pitch. You will work sequentially through each section of the pitch template in an agreed preferred order, crafting a response for each and entering this in the final version of the pitch template document. For example, when sparring on C, key papers, person A will share the 3 key papers they selected and why. And following this, person B will share the 3 key papers they selected and why. After integrating individual perspectives into a final best response, the group will then move on to discuss a new item, quite likely D, motivation. If there are many discrepancies between your individual opinions, take the time to talk through why this might have happened. It can be helpful to understand each person's perspective. Be open to meaningful compromise through your discussion. The final product of this exercise is a complete, consensus-driven, reverse-engineered pitch for your given paper. Peer-to-peer learning using the Pitching Research Template tool provides you with a friendly setting to practice working with research. By sharing and integrating individual perspectives into a final response, you benefit from the knowledge and understanding of others. In this way, pitch sparring provides a low-stress learning environment for you as a novice researcher to engage meaningfully with the academic literature. For more information on the pitch template, go to SSRN and access the latest version of Pitching Research at the address shown on your screen and the web portal pitchmyresearch.com. For more information on pitch sparring, go to the SSRN and access the latest version of Pitching Research, a reverse engineer sparring experiment with UQ Summer Research Scholars at the address shown on your screen.